Velika nagrada Monte Carla donela je gledaocima pregršt uzbuđenja, ali kako ovakva uzbuđenja izgledaju iz ugla direktora Red Bull F1 tima Christiana Hornera.
It's amazing to win this Grand Prix. It's, you know, all the Grand Prix have the same points, but some are a little bit more special than others. And Monte Carlo is the jewel in the crown of Formula One, and you know, to win the Grand Prix the way Sebastian did today was something, you know, quite fantastic, and a very special day for him as well. His first Monaco Grand Prix victory. Well, the race initially we got a good start with Seb. He got into the lead. He started building a lead. And everything was under control until the pit stop, where we had a radio issue where the communication from the engineers just didn't get received by the guys downstairs. So he came into the pits and they didn't know what tyres they needed to be putting on the car. So he ended up with a set of primes on the car which weren't what we intended. And we said, okay, right, well, now we need to engineer our way out of this. And it wasn't a bad thing, because the prime, we thought, we'll use it in the middle of the race and put the soft on at the end. But then Sebastian managed to make the prime work, and we called him in and he said, no, these tyres are fine, they're fine. And we said, okay, leave him. And it was almost like going up to the casino and putting everything on red. And he made it work. And it was down to his driving today, and that he managed to make the tyres go that long. And in the end there was the accident, a very nasty accident that he managed to avoid. And the restart on the soft tyres, you know, was pretty comfortable for him in the end. But even without that, I think he would have held on to win the Grand Prix. Well, they were pushing so hard, and their tyres were younger than Sebastian's, but he was very smart, because he kept pushing in the areas he needed to be quick. He needed to be quick onto the pit straight, and he needed to be quick in the tunnel. And the rest of the track, they weren't going to overtake him. So he would back them up and then have a very clean exit. And for me, it was one of the most intelligent drive I've seen him race in his short career. Well, today you've got the pressure of racing in Monaco with the barriers only millimeters away. You've got tyres that are degrading. A lot of debris on the circuit as well. Huge pressure from behind. And Sebastian dealt with all of that without any problem, and I think that's just how he's developing, how he's growing, as a person, as a driver, that he's just got stronger and stronger. It's always horrible to see an accident like Sergio had yesterday, or even Nico Rosberg, but that accident 15 years ago nearly finished Carl Wendlinger's career, and he was critically ill afterwards. Sergio Perez only has bruises, and that's testimony to the FIA with the safety of the car and the barrier now, that he could absorb that kind of accident with only a bruise. So for sure more can be done, but it's a huge long way that we've come since 1994. He didn't have a great start. He lost out to both Jensen and Alonso, and then unfortunately at the pit stop we called them both on the same lap because there was a big enough gap, and the radio, because it affected Seb, it also affected Mark, and his stop was delayed also. So he lost out because of that, but he gained back the time through, again, going very long on that middle stint, and then a great couple of passing moves at the end of the race to come back to 4th from 15th. Well, again, was a fantastic drive. Yes, I'm very pleased with Mark. He never gave up. All the way through the race, he just kept pushing and pushing. And, sometimes things don't go quite right. We saw McLaren have problems in the pits today and so on. But I think the key thing for the team was we didn't panic, and we recovered, the situation, and ultimately won the race, which is, a phenomenal result for Red Bull. The team needs everybody to do their bit, and the drivers did their bit today. The team did their bit. The KERS worked perfectly through the race, and all those things came together. So I think it's all about teamwork. Red Bull is not about individuals. It's about working as a group of people with one goal, and we achieved that goal today, which is one of the mini goals for the big goal of the year. Well, Sebastian and I have got to find a dinner jacket to go for a dinner with Prince Albert to collect his trophy, and we'll be there for a couple of hours, and then I'm sure there'll be a good party tonight.